I like being in hospitals. I like being in doctor's
Really?
offices. It's the weirdest shit. It feels comforting. If you love something, it's because you like it. You like the way it looks, or you like how it smells, or you like whatever. But I feel like if you love somebody, you care about that person.
Hi, this is Lauren Engel. Today I'm here with BHAD BHABIE.
Hi.
So you're born in Boynton Beach?
Yes.
And are your parents from there as well, or?
Well, my mom is from Brooklyn.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really know about my dad.
Yeah. So she moved to Florida for a job, or?
No, just because she felt like it.
Oh, nice. And all the rest of your family's in Brooklyn, or?
Yeah.
Are you still close to them, or not
Of
so
course,
much? When you were growing up, what kind of music was she playing in the house?
T-Pain, Plies, Trina, Flo Rida, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, people like that.
Do you remember the first artist that you found on your own?
Drake.
Oh.
The first song was Best I Ever Had, and I fell in love with Drake.
And back then in school, you were kind of liked by everyone, right? You were sat at everyone's table. You were friends with a lot of people.
Well, I was able to sit at everyone's table, so, whatever. But it wasn't always like that. There was some times that it was like that, and there was times when girls would get jealous and they'd start getting mad, and because all the boys would like me, and all the popular kids wanted to hang out with me, and sometimes people would get mad or jealous or feel some type of way. I don't know. That's just something.
And you kept your circle close, right? Only a few really close friends.
It was really just me and Zizi. It wasn't nobody else.
What drew you to her personality initially?
She looked like me. She had a bunch of tattoos, and she had a bunch of piercings, and at the time I was really into piercings. And I was trying to find someone who did a tattoo for me. I was only 12. No one was gonna do a fucking tattoo for me. Then I got around her, and I got my first tattoo, and well, when I met her, I had my lip pierced. When I met her, I got my tongue pierced. I had my nose pierced. It's crazy. I had one tattoo on my foot, but now I'm completely covered.
Yeah. How would you describe your mom's personality?
She is really loud, and my mom likes to be in everything. So, she's her own person, definitely.
And you think your personality is super, super similar to her? No?
No. I'm nosy, but not like her.
And did you like sports in school, or did you?
I did cheerleading for a little bit.
Oh, nice.
But I never played football or any of that weird shit.
Were there any subjects that came easier to you?
Math. I never did like science at all. I never liked science. Fuck science. I still don't like
Well, that's cool though. Math is hard.
Yeah, I was pretty decent in math because it was as soon as you figured it out, then you could just do it. That's all it really was.
Yeah, and at that point you kind of wanted to be a nurse, right?
Yeah.
What kind of drew you to that? Was it from your mom, or?
No. I like working with, for some reason, I like being in hospitals. I like being in doctor's offices. It's the weirdest shit. It feels comforting.
What about it?
I don't know. I really don't know at all. But it's if I'm sick, I'll be like, hey, take me to the hospital. I just want to chill there. I like hospitals. I don't know. It's weird.
What career is your mom in? Or back
She
then?
doesn't work right now. She hasn't worked. She used to be an accountant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where do you think you got your creative sense from?
Well, I don't really know. No one in my family really has ever done music. I have some cousins who like art, shit like that.
Well, what are the other careers of the people in your family? What do they do?
Well, my uncle is a not carpenter. What's it called? Tiling.
Oh, okay.
That type of shit. I don't think my aunt ever worked. I don't know. Yeah, my grandmother used to work for a telephone business or something like that.
Yeah.
She used to answer the phone for some. It was the electricity shit, but she used to be like on the phone. I don't know, some shit like that.
Can you describe the house that you grew up in? Like, what did it look like?
I grew up in a greenhouse on a cul-de-sac and had 3 bedrooms. They were really tiny though.
What was the style like?
It was just a modern little house.
But you didn't live near your friends, right? They lived on the other side?
Yeah, all my friends are on the other side of town.
Before you were 12, you're already really rebellious? Because I know 12 is like when like you started being like super rebellious.
Yeah, that was my little point where I started going super sane. Yeah, that's really.
Do you know what triggered it initially? Do you think it was just from the onset with you being born, your personality, kind of what you were into?
I think it's me always being a curious person, and it's where I grew up. It was just where I grew up. You jump off the porch sometime, man.
And then after being on TV, you had to go to Utah, but I kind of had the effects of it. You got anxiety from like coldness, right?
Yeah, I never had anxiety or depression before that. That really like I literally hate being cold. I will literally turn on the heat. You could even ask him, he'll tell you. I'll turn on the heat in the car. And the heated seats, because I hate being cold. I never want to be cold.
Yeah, and you're right. You're wearing the sweater right now.
I never want to be cold. Never. I'd rather be in a million scorching heat than be cold. Fuck that.
But it was difficult, right, that time in Utah?
Someone that got killed, that's something totally different.
Right after that, so did everyone just start reaching out to you?
Yeah, people would just text me or call or whatever, DM me.
And then how did you realize you wanted to go with Adam?
Well, he was the first one, really. The first one that I even paid attention to. What it was he called me from a 954 number. So I was like, oh, I recognize 954. So I answered it. Then he started talking, and I was like, all right, cool, fuck it.
Did you have different kind of careers at that point that you could get into?
He didn't suggest that I did anything.
Yeah.
He asked me if I knew how to rap or if I knew how to sing. I said, I don't think so. I've basically been rapping since I was younger because I've been rapping other people's music. I can, like, the way I sound, I could sound good. I just didn't know I was able to write. I didn't know I was able to piece things together. I didn't know none of that.
Yeah. So it's been, nearly 2 years of when you first started getting into sessions with writers and learning, like,
I never worked with writers like that.
Just producers.
I've worked with co-writers. I've worked with co-writers for some things, like hooks and stuff like that.
Were a lot of record labels reaching out to you at that point?
I think so.
And how did you realize Atlantic was the right fit?
Because Atlantic made the most sense to me for some reason.
And then right after that, did you move to LA?
I had been living in LA for a little while. I had been living in LA for, I'd probably say, like 6 months before I signed my deal.
And you moved here with your mom, or? Has it been difficult adjusting here? Like, I've interviewed a lot of people that had trust issues moving here, or?
No, after I went to that program, you could put me anywhere and I'll figure it out.
And how did the song with Lil Yachty come about?
Yachty hit me on Twitter a little while ago. Like, I'd say like a year and a half ago, probably something like that. And I hit him, I was like, hey, I have a song for you. And he was like, all right. And then I sent it to him, but I didn't send him Goose File, I sent him out, and he was like, I don't know if this is the one for me. I'll admit it to you, it wasn't a great song. The lyrics weren't good at all. It sounded okay, but the lyrics weren't good at all. And then I had sent him, a little while later, I sent him Goose Flops. He was like, yeah, let's do it. And I pulled up on him, and he did it.
And how did your song with Tidal sign come about?
My friend Brittany knows him, and he wanted to, obviously I wanted to work with him, and she had brought it up, and he was like, all right, yeah, let's do it.
And what's the inspiration behind the mixtape you just put out?
I don't know if there's really inspiration. I don't know, it's just me having fun.
Yeah.
Doing what I do.
How has it been like with the music videos? Have you Like, do you pitch your ideas to their team, or how does that work?
Well, usually like my managers will be like, hey, well for this music video I have this idea, and then either I'll turn it down or I'll pick it up and I'll put my own spin on it.
How did it click for you to do YouTube, and what are your goals for that?
I'm not a YouTuber. I just happen to promote my music on YouTube and just the reactions. It keeps up going, you know. It keeps people liking my stuff. You know what I'm saying?
What do you say are the inspirations behind your tattoos, or your favorite ones?
My inspiration on my tattoos. Well, I had my first tattoo was on my foot. It said loyalty, and I got that for reasons why little kids shouldn't be getting tattoos. I got that for my first boyfriend, Jason. And then I got this on my finger. This girl, Zandalee, I told you about. ZZ. And then this was my first big tattoo. Family first.
Yeah. Love that one.
And then it's obvious, family first. And then I got my great-grandmother's name on my ankle, her birth year, and then I have a rose. And then I got this for Ja when he passed. And then I just got this. I got loyalty again. I love Playboy so much. This is an angel. This represents me, and this represents basically. It's an evil angel. It's a devil's angel. It's me. And then I got this for my brothers.
So you have 2 brothers, or?
No, well, they're not my blood. I have 3, but they're not. None of them are my blood. I have tattoos for all of them. This one and then these 2.
How was your relationship with your mom growing over time?
Well, I mean, when I was younger, you know, parents and kids fight. It's a normal thing. Mine just happened to be broadcasted on live television.
Yeah.
You know, like, not really much I could do about that.
Yeah. How about now?
We're fine, you know. Just
Yeah.
chilling.
And when do you want to move to Atlanta, right?
Yeah, I want to move to Atlanta, or I want to move to Miami again.
Do you know when, or just kind of in the future?
Probably when I'm like 18.
How do you say your music has changed since the early songs you made? Or
drastically.
Yeah.
You can see on the tape, you can see the change on the tape. Look at the song, Bitch, I'm About That, and then look at the song, Juice. You'll totally see a difference. About That was one of my first songs, and then Juice is one of the songs I most recently recorded. That was added to the tape late as fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the last song that we added to the tape.
Was that a conscious decision that you wanted to change up your style? Yeah.
No, well, it's the same thing. You could just hear the sound is different. You could just hear not the sound, but it sounds better. It's the same idea, just it sounds better.
Do you think in the future soon your style will change again?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. What would you say have been your biggest challenges so far recently?
I'd say getting this tape together and out the door. Definitely.
What does love mean to you?
What does love mean to me? I don't know. I think if you love something, it's because you like it. You like the way it looks, or you like how it smells, or you like whatever. But I feel like if you love somebody, you care about that person.
Last question. What do you want to be remembered for?
For changing everyone's look on me.
Oh, I love that.
For changing, I was able to be such this horrible person, and now everyone loves me. Well, not everyone, but
No, they don't.
more than before.
Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Bye.